If you're anything like me and you use the holidays as the Super Bowl of eating, having fun, and having a great time with your family, I want you to not worry about your calories and have as much fun as you can, but I want you to start doing this workout 3 to 4 days a week before and after the holidays. It is a great way to burn calories so you can come out of the holidays feeling amazing. Check it out. Let's go. So this routine is going to seem hard, but it's actually really amazing because we're going to take 5 exercises. We're only going to spend 1 minute at each, and we're not going to rest in between. Your heart rate's going to get elevated, and you're going to actually get a really good body pump, but we're going to move to different body parts so you actually get active rest. So even though your heart rate is up from doing one exercise, as soon as you get to the other exercise, you're going to feel like you're getting a bit of a break even though you're still working. First one we're going to do is I'm going to do an alternating arm catch kettlebell swing. You can do any kettlebell swing you want, single arm, double arm, but I want you to do it properly, keeping in mind intra-abdominal pressure as well as a hip hinge. So remember, for a really good kettlebell swing, I want you to think kettlebell is going to go back towards your heels, and then simultaneously your rear end is going to go back just like that. So you're hip hinging. You're not rounding your chest downward. So it's going to look like this. Back, hips and kettlebell, brace your core and squeeze your butt and fling the kettlebell up. And as you come back, your forearms are going to hit the inside of your thigh, and that is how you're going to ensure you're hip hinging properly. So here we go. 1 minute. Let's do it. Okay, this next move, remember, we're not resting, we're jumping into the next move. This is called a 50-50 press. I got 40 pounds here. It's pretty light for me, but as I get more into the routine, I'm gonna go heavier, because with this routine, we're gonna go around 3 full times, so you're doing 15 total sets. What we're gonna do is get your body 50% on the bench, 50% off the bench. You can do it incline or flat. For incline, feels better on my shoulders that way. Okay, so the setup is this. Lay back. Your spine is on the end of the bench. I'm having to really use this foot to push into the ground or the weight is gonna pull me over. So my left glute and the right side of my core are working like crazy. This arm is gonna stay up. I'm gonna lower down. And remember, pick a weight that you can do for 1 minute, because we're gonna hit this for 1 minute and then we're gonna go to the other side. So left arm is really working left glute and the right side of the core. Pull the weight down, keep the humerus right here in scapular plane. We do not want to be out here. We want to be right here. Keep that core tight, push through the ground, pull the weight down, push through the ground. 1 minute. Okay, after that minute, switch right over. Don't rest. We're gonna go 50-50. So my spine is gonna be on the rail of the bench, 50% this side, 50% this side. I'm gonna keep my core tight. I'm gonna kick this up, lay back. Okay, head down. This side foot is the same as the side I'm pressing. So that's gotta push hard into the ground to push my glute to stabilize me. Now this side of my core is working because the dumbbell is trying to pull me off the edge. So remember, 50% of your body off, 50% of your body on. Let's go 1 minute. Keep the arm in scapular plane and make sure you pull down, push into the ground, drive up. Let's go 1 straight minute. Okay, remember, no rest. We're jumping right now into a kettlebell goblet squat. If you don't have a kettlebell, use a dumbbell. If you don't have any equipment at home, use your body weight. I'm gonna use 50 pounds here, something that should be challenging. And towards the end of the minute, you really wanna stop, but you can finish the minute with perfect form. So on a kettlebell squat, we're gonna get it right up underneath the chin. Try to create a line across from toe to toe, only flare out about 20 degrees. Now remember, as you squat, you don't want your knees over your big toe. You want your knees over your 5th toe. So I'm gonna keep my chest up. I'm gonna pretend I'm dropping this kettlebell straight down between my ankles while my knees come out. I'm gonna go back up. Knees out, kettlebell is moving straight up and down. I'm only going the distance down to really where a chair or a toilet would be. I don't need to go any deeper than this, and I'm gonna knock out a full minute. Okay, now we're jumping right into a single arm dumbbell row. I'm gonna use this kettlebell. You can use a dumbbell, you can use whatever you want. If you don't have equipment at home, you can step on a band and do it, but the setup is important here. I'm gonna pull with my left hand, so my left foot is back, and I'm gonna turn my belly button towards my supporting side, push my hip back, so I'm hinging, so my glute on this side carries a lot of the load, as well as my hand. So I'm gonna turn in, grab the kettlebell, and I'm gonna pull it to this point at the bottom of my rib cage. A lot of people will pull up to their chest, but that can internally rotate the shoulder and piss the shoulder off. So we're gonna get here, pull to the bottom of the ribs, and then control it on the way down. I'm even gonna turn my body into that right hip so I can feel my glute contract. And then I'm gonna pull, push it away. Pull, push it away, keeping the kettlebell moving towards my ribs. Let's go 1 minute. Okay, remember, no rest. So we're jumping into the other side here. Turn your belly button into your left hip. Push your hip back. That's gonna support your body with your glute. Left hand is going here. Pull this to your hip, push it away. And as you come down, turn into that left hip. Let's go for 1 minute. Jumping into our last move is a stiff-legged deadlift or an RDL if your knees are a little bit more bent. The key on this is two things. Making sure for every degree the weight goes down, your hips go back and your knees move to the side this way, because that will continue to load your glutes. You never want to round your body this way or you can risk hurting your back. So it's gonna look like this. Kettlebell or dumbbell, whatever you have, is gonna go between your ankles and you're gonna push it back towards your heels without much of a knee bend, just a soft knee on this. Now, as I go down, you'll see my knees will move over above my pinkies. I'll push the kettlebell back towards my ankle. If you feel a stretch in your lower back, you're most likely rounding your spine. It's not good for your spine. Knees to the side, push the kettlebell back and butt back. Feel a big hamstring to glute stretch. Come back up, 1 minute. All right, there you go. One of Dr. Rob's favorite holiday specials. If you're away at your parents' house, your cousin's house, on vacation, and you don't have a gym, you can do all of those moves with one simple band or two simple bands. Very easy. If you go to the gym, you can knock it out in about 20 minutes. Do those 5 exercises. Do not rest in between. Your only rest is changing up the apparatus and position. After you get through the 5, take a little break, drink some water, let your heart rate come down a little bit, knock out another 5 exercises in a row, rest, repeat a 3rd time, and if you're a killer, repeat a 4th time. But you are going to feel amazing after you do it. You've hit your total body, you've got your heart rate up, and most importantly, you're burning off all those excess calories, not just at the immediate time, but when you do HIIT training like this, you ramp up your calorie burn, your body's furnace for 24 to 36 hours after the training event. So go ahead and enjoy that Christmas fun. Don't deprive yourself, specifically if you know you're going to be putting this work in, because life is about enjoying times with family, enjoying good food, and enjoying good times because you want to get better, not older.